What is going on, guys? Has here from CollectiveKicks.com, and if you guys are trying to find this week's top sneaker deals, check the link in the description. So in this video, I'm going to go ahead and discuss 5 changes to the adidas UltraBOOST 4.0 that you guys should know about. Before we get started, I wanted to show you guys one thing first, and that is the way that Adidas has presented the name UltraBOOST. So in the older boxes, the 1.0 versions, you could see it said Ultra Space Boost. In this case, it's a limited version, but if you've noticed in the last couple years, they changed the format. It actually says UltraBOOST with boost in capital letters. So it begs the question, is it Ultra Boost or is it Ultra Boost? I'm not sure. But it is interesting to note that Adidas changed the way that they brand the UltraBOOST name from 2 words to 1. So if you mix that up, I can understand why. Another fun fact is Adidas is always spelled with a lowercase a. So kind of interesting. This is the Adidas UltraBOOST, and it is primarily a running shoe that has been adapted to the lifestyle side of sneakers. If you guys are new to the sneaker game and you don't know what Boost is, it is life. If you didn't know, Boost is life. I already did a full video on what Adidas Boost is. If you guys want to see that video, check the link in the description. But a quick summary of what Boost is. No, it is not styrofoam. This is actually a very, very cushiony, responsive compound that is one of the best on the market. So that is probably the reason why these are pretty expensive. The price point is $180. And in my opinion, the fit is true to size. Some people say they fit a little snug. So if that's the case, go up a half a size. But it also depends on how you plan on using the shoe. For me, casual wear, I can go up a half a size and it doesn't make a difference. On the back section, it has a plastic heel cup, has a neoprene liner. Then it has the 3-stripe cage that comes up for the lacing system. Has a reflective Adidas logo on the tongue. And the soles are made from that beautiful Continental rubber. So now that we've had a quick little overview of the shoe, let's go ahead and get into the 5 changes that you should know about. So the first major change is the Boost logo on the insole of the shoe. It's actually this big, huge Boost logo now, which is pretty cool. Previously, you could see it said UltraBOOST Endless Energy, and that was consistent all the way down to the 1.0. The next change is very simple and small, but it's worth noting at least, and that is the little foot inserts actually covered in paper. Previously, they weren't covered in paper. As you can see, they were just the cardboard cutout. This is definitely a small, insignificant change, but it is a change and I wanted to note it. Another subtle change of the shoe that you may not have paid attention to, but you don't have a sticker on the inside of the shoe anymore. So if you guys remember the last model, we ended up seeing this a lot. We saw a sticker inside of the shoe, and the sticker had a little barcode on it. Like I mentioned, it's no longer in the inside of the shoe. Instead, they mixed it up and they added the tag back on the shoe. As you can see, the previous model only had the Continental tag, while the new model features the Continental tag as well as the barcode scan. You also can see the previous boxes did not have this new EPC inside code. So the next change that they made to the 4.0 is you could see that the cage is now a solid color. In the previous model, it definitely had a frosty sort of look to it. It didn't have the frosty cage on every single model, but it had it on quite a few of them, so it's a noteworthy change that they made to the baseline colors. The next noteworthy change is the fact that the tongue is actually a bit thicker than the previous models. Maybe it's just because of the stitch pattern to the prime knit, but it definitely looks like it is significantly more bulky than the previous. On the 3.0, you can see it's a little bulky, but it has more of a flush, even feel in comparison to the rough sort of feel of the 4.0. The 2.0 was definitely different here, and the 1.0 actually used mesh around that section. So the last and final change to the Adidas 4.0 model is definitely one that you guys are probably like, when is he going to say it? And now is the time. And that is the overall knit pattern of the shoe. And yes, while it looks like there's just an updated knit pattern, it looks like there's actually more to this than meets the eye. Shut up, Optimus Prime. It definitely feels thicker in some places where it needs to be thicker, but it also feels thinner in places where it should be thinner, which unlike the 3.0, it has more of a balance and proper padding, cushioning, and ventilation in the 4.0 pattern than what the other one didn't have. So I thought that that was actually kind of significant when I looked at the shoe. At first I thought it was just a real simple little update, but if you actually look closer, you have the ventilation in the toe box section and right under the tongue and right under the cage, which you can't really see, but it is there. It's a thinner material and you have that ventilation, which is really similar to that 1.0 pattern. But you also have the thickness where you need it as well. Around the collar of the shoe, it's definitely thicker. The pull tab and then the tongue, you have extra thick knit material. And increasing that knit presence in locations that it should, it really feels more significant on feet, and it looks more significant also. At first I didn't think I would like the 4.0 because it looked very similar in pictures to the 3, the way that the sides come together right here. Then you have the throwback vibes from the 1.0 from the ventilation areas and the overall pattern, and I love the fact that they brought that back a little bit. The other thing that you really couldn't tell in images that I can see in hand is the 4.0 pattern just looks more knit than the previous models. It actually looks like more of a knit upper, and I think that that part of it is what draws me to this shoe even more so than what the 3 is. The 3 looked like it was knit, but it's more of a stretched knit type material than we have on the 4s. But at the same time, you can see it definitely does have some stretch to the fabric. So before I let you go, there was actually 5 things that stayed the same on the UltraBOOST, so I'm going to go ahead and cover those right now. First, the all chrome UltraBOOST logo on the back. This was something that they've changed on and off through the models. The 1 featured black and gold, the 2s featured chrome and gold, the 3s featured all chrome, and all black depending on which models you ended up getting. But so far the 4.0s have the all chrome as well. As I already mentioned, it has the same Continental rubber sole. It has the same exact Boost midsole as well. If it's not broke, don't fix it. It does also feature the same neoprene liner. And lastly, it has the same style of laces. So if you guys are interested in buying the UltraBOOST 4.0, feel free to check the link in the description, and you can go to the website on Adidas and go shopping. This one is definitely my personal favorite. I think that this is a must-have, especially for the summertime. This is going to be a heater with the black soles, and then the overall upper has kind of that white, off-white sort of look to the shoe. It's just going to be a great summer shoe. My final thoughts on the shoe though, if the 1.0 and the 3.0 had the baby, this would be the baby, and it is a beautiful little baby. So I am happy with the 4.0. So I'll leave you guys with the final question that I think you guys are going to be asking, which is it worth buying the 4.0 if you already have a 3.0? I think that it depends on you as a consumer. If you have the money to pony up a brand new pair, I think it is a nice upgrade to the previous model. If you love the UltraBOOST and you want to have multiple different colorways of the same shoe because you know it's tried and true and it's going to be a great shoe, like you could see in the backdrop I've done, you can't go wrong with another pair of UltraBOOST. It's just whether or not you can afford it or not. You shouldn't go out and buy them if you don't have the $180 to spend on the shoes. Is it better than the 3.0? I would say yes. The overall look of the shoe is better, but also the prime knit is just better allocated across the shoe. And I like that they did that. I think that was the one part for me was really surprising to see in hand. But it's up to you guys whether or not you guys want to spend the money on the upgraded shoe or not. I think that it is a great one, and I can't wait to see other colorways that Adidas brings to the table. But that's the end of the video. Hopefully you guys found it somewhat informative. Thank you guys for stopping by and watching, and subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. And yeah, catch you guys for some more videos soon. Peace, guys.